As I went a walking one evening lovely, where Florida's green mantle the fields decorate, I carelessly wandered where I did not know, by the banks of a river that runs near Glencoe. Like she who the pride of Mount Ida had won, there approached me a damsel as bright as the sun, and the ribbons and the tartans all around her did flow. That was once Grace MacDonald, the pride of Glencoe. I said, my fair young maid, your enchanting smile and your comely fine features do my heart beguile. And if your fond affections on me would bestow, then we'd bless the happy hour that we met in Glencoe. But she said, now my young man, your suit I disdain, for I once had a sweetheart, MacDonald by name. And he went to the wars about 12 years ago, and the maid I will remain till he returns to Glencoe. Till he returns to Glencoe, he returns to Glencoe. And the maid I will remain till he returns to Glencoe. But perhaps your MacDonald regards not your name, and has placed his affections on some foreign dame. And he may have forgotten, for all that you know, the charming young lassie that he left in Glencoe. But my Donald from his promise would never depart, for truth, love and honour are found in his heart. The French and the Spaniards he will soon overthrow, and in splendour he'll return to my arms in Glencoe. Saw her so faithful, he pulled out a glove that she gave him when parting as a token of love. She flew to his arms while the tears they did flow, saying, "You're welcome home, Donald, the pride of Glencoe." Now cheer up, my dear Flora, your sorrows are o'er, and while life still remains, we will never part more. The red storms of war at a distance may blow, while in peace and contentment we may bide in Glencoe. Thanks very much. It's absolutely amazing to be here. I'm not used to standing on a stage on my own, let alone this one, but it's so nice to see you all. So I did, 2 years ago, I was up in Arranmore Island during one of the lockdowns. And while I was there, I did some work on a drawing from the well project for the ITMA on the singing tradition of the island. So I found myself kind of going back through a lot of the old recordings, the ones that were available either on the island or elsewhere that might have been associated with the island. So that song is one that I found from a recording that Alan Lomax made on another island called Beaver Island in Lake Michigan, where something like 150 families from Arranmore emigrated to back in the mid-19th century. So many Arranmore people actually moved there that they still spoke Irish there into the early 20th century, and a lot of the songs and music is still retained on the island. So there was a singer there called John Green, who Lomax said was the most prolific ballad singer he'd ever met in his life. He'd never met anyone with as many songs. And he was the one who I found a fragment of a recording of that song around the same time that I heard from an islander that people used to sing it on the island. So I kind of reconstructed that one to a potential Arranmore version of the song anyway. So, but I'm going to sing you a song which is definitely an Arranmore version of a well-known song, and I'd love it if you sang it as well, if you'd like. There is a chorus. It's not a 14-verse ballad. So some of you might have picked up a program from the ITMA stall earlier on. And in 30 of those booklets, I made some little ballad sheets earlier on that I printed a little block print onto, and it has the words of this song and also a little QR code that you can scan and then listen to Biddy Joe O'Donnell from Arranmore Island singing it. So if you don't have it, you'll just have to pick it up. So anyway, and it's called Once I Loved, and thanks a million for listening. And enjoy the rest of your night. So. Once I loved with fond affection, all his thoughts they were on me, until a dark girl did persuade him, and then he thought no more on me, for now he's happy with another, a one who has bright gold in store. 'Twas him that caused my heart to falter, I'm left all alone because I'm cold. He can go and leave me if he wishes, never let him cross my mind, nor if he thinks me so unworthy, he can go and leave me, never mind. It's many's a night with him I ramble, and many's a night with him I spent. I thought his heart was mine forever, but now I see 'twas only lent. And it's many's a night when he is sleeping, and thinking on his sweet repose, and I, poor child, quite broken hearted, listening to the wind that blows. He can go and leave me if he thinks me so unworthy, he can go and leave me, never mind. So farewell, friends and kind relations, farewell to you, oh false young man. 'Twas you that caused my pains and sorrows, never to return again. So go and leave me if you wish to, never let me cross your mind, nor if you think me so unworthy, you can go and leave me, never mind. So go and leave me if you wish to, never let me cross your mind, nor if you think me so unworthy, you can go and leave me, never mind. Thank you very much.